Connor, they did well. Just how well? Well, that's why we've got Rachel Frain here to tell us. Rachel, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
So, no surprise, there were 8 Trojans there. They crushed it, especially Adoree. Let's start out with Adoree Jackson, Rachel. How'd he do in Indy?
Absolutely. Adoree is definitely the best USC player there. I'm going to just throw that out there right now. 4.42 in his 40-yard. He's the 7th fastest cornerback there. He's got a 36-inch vertical, the 8th highest there. So pretty impressive stats up there. And I know that a lot of teams are concerned about Adoree's size. Is he too small to be a cornerback in the NFL? It really just means he's going to be stuck in the slot. He's not going to be able to jump to the outside, and that's just going to come down to whether the team needs that or if they don't. But really, I think his biggest asset is how athletic Adoree is. He is a freak of nature. We all know. We've watched his games. Josh, I think he's going to be the highest picked from USC, in my opinion.
Undersized, but we see even playing Washington there, another undersized defensive back out of Washington. Right. Boda Baker is another guy that people are saying maybe he'll be in the slot, but when you're that athletic, when you have those kind of ball skills,
Absolutely.
You can thrive at the next level.
Absolutely.
Speaking of thriving at the next level, a guy who, tell us how he did. It's Juju. Great stats here, 25 touchdowns in his USC career. What was the combine like for him?
Juju, we all know the name, but not the best stats while he's at the combine. They're decent, they're average, whatever you want to call him. But really what Juju is great for is his build. He's got an ideal body for a wide receiver. He's 6'1", 215, great hands on this guy. And, we all know he can catch, but he's really just not that fast. So I really think that his best option going into this draft is he's going to get drafted by a team that needs a really physical guy on the outside versus someone who's quick off the line.
No doubt. I think for him, one of his greatest assets is something that you can't show in Indy, which
Absolutely.
is going for those 50-50 balls, being a physical receiver, also a very physical blocker. We now move on to some larger individuals.
Absolutely.
We start out with Stevie T, the big defensive anchor. What'd you see from him in Indy?
Very large individuals. This guy's 331 pounds, so he is big, but he is pretty agile considering his size. And I'm not crazy about any of the linemen in this combine right now, Josh. So I do think he's up there. He's a top 10. He'll go in the 5th or 6th round, but he will be a pretty solid addition no matter where he ends up.
No question about it, Stevie T, the defensive anchor, and teams say games are won and lost in the trenches. A nice guy to pick up right in the middle of the draft.
Sure.
Shore up that defensive line. Another large individual, it's Zach Banner. What'd you see from him?
In fact, the largest individual in college football last year. While his size is a pretty big plus, he's very strong and he can take a hit. His weight's kind of a concern for the NFL right now, too. He's not very athletic, he's not very quick, and that won't make him very competitive against other D linemen. There's been a lot of back and forth on Zach Banner there.
Guard or tackle at the next level in your eyes?
It's a really, really tough decision. I know that there aren't that many guys his side at the guard, but I just don't think he's fast enough for a tackle position.
Well, there you have it. Rachel Frain with the Combine Analysis. We thank you for joining us at the Monitor.